Hey y'all, it's your boy Valentino. This is my second episode playthrough of Brilliant Diamond. I got Shining Pearl too. You saw the flex last night, but this is my boy Brandon. If you had to continue this conversation, you can follow him socials. I'll drop this stuff. But we was talking about a plethora of topics, and I just want to bring it here. I mean, we'll be streaming all day, but Brandon, you was talking about Negative Man and Spider Man, and why he would have been a really good villain for the new movie coming out. Can you talk about like his background of boxing up niggas? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, what's good, EA Boogie? I'm Brandon Smith, Lamarson Craft on Instagram. I just wanted to talk to my man Mike today because gotta take off for Pokemon. It's a Pokemon day.
Real
But
talk.
in light of the new Spider-Man movie, I was trying to get some information out about one of the better Spider-Man villains that we got, Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative is a Chinese gang member who by way of drug trafficking and slave trade got his powers. One thing I do like about most Spider-Man villains is that they are actually evil.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I be thinking about the Kingpin. That's an evil motherfucker, bro.
Like for instance, yeah, and what I'm saying is Kingpin is like three or four different people's villains, but Kingpin isn't like Batman. This is why I'm always like kind of like Spider-Man a little bit more than Batman because it's not like the Joker or like even Bane to a certain extent. Like Kingpin is both the intelligent man and both someone who will try to beat the crap out of you at any time.
Yeah, bro. He was boxing. He can box up you up too. You feel me?
Yes, he will give you hands and destroy an entire empire with his mind. And basically, yeah, back in the Civil War era, that was a big thing with all of those characters in Canada, all these teenagers who ended up, destroying an entire city because they were irresponsible with their powers. So eventually, Spider-Man was asked by Iron Man to reveal his secret identity, and that's where we get that Civil War movie from the MCU and everything. And that's like one of the only times you start to see like Spider-Man, where like the Iron Man armor and be kind of exploited by outside forces, right? Because normally Spider-Man is doing things like on his own, or like he's a part of the Avengers team, but not directed by a specific entity.
Ah.
But in this iteration, I wanna read the Mr. Negative origin story right here.
Go ahead.
So Mr. Negative, the man who would become Mr. Negative was a member of the Snakeheads gang in China, which was involved in human trafficking operations. He was pushed into life of crime by a crime boss called Silver Fang. He smuggled Chinese immigrants into the United States as a crew member of the Golden Mountain. When the ship nearly crashed into New York shores, he stole the identity of a man, like one of his slaves. His name was Martin Lee, so that's his main, villain alias, right? And he was eventually captured by the Magia crime family, member Silvermane. The Magia crime family is like the mob, like it's just like the Spider-Man's universe version of the mafia or the mob.
All right, cool.
Yes.
God, it's stupid ass.
The guy Silvermane who captured him was developing a new synthetic designer drug called D-Light for the Magia, testing it on runaway teens and illegal immigrants.
Okay.
Often with fatal results. It's another thing that's really big. Spider-Man does not shy away from showing us what the rough underbelly of our actual human society is in real life.
That's what I like about the show, bro. Like, you really get into some gritty shit with Spider-Man. Like, damn, bro. Like, he really got to deal with some real city shit that goes on in New York. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the drug and sex trafficking is a very, very big part of New York life. There's, of course, like, it's one of those things that people would rather not talk about, but it is very real and a very big problem in lots of other countries, especially countries like China, where it's a lot easier to kidnap people and just bring them over here. Not disparaging any specific countries, but we live in a really, cutthroat life, right now,
and it's
and always have.
And it's crazy because, like, even with that, like on Spider-Man, like you see a lot of him, even though it's like it's still pressure, but he'll be fighting people who be doing gun deals and like they'll be doing drug deals, gun deals, whatever. Mind you, he's stopping some serious shit that could fuck up a city. If you really look in realistic life, if Spider-Man had stopped some of this shit, this city could really be on Smash. New York could be on Smash. Not for some super alien technology, but from niggas wilding, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it needs to be noted right here too that Martin Lee is basically an evil version of Cloak and Dagger. If you know the characters Cloak and Dagger, is the black dude with the hood and the white girl who wears all white, and how he has the dark force and she has the white force, the light force, right?
I heard about that.
Those are really important characters to like the Marvel mythos. For instance, in the original Civil War, not Civil War, sorry, Infinity War saga, like back in the day. I think Civil War, Infinity War came out late 90s, 80s, around that time. Sorry, early 90s, late 80s. Infinity War came out. It was also a big crossover event. The reason that they were even teleported to the planet that everybody fought at, right, for the Infinity War. So you remember everybody had a big war for Infinity War. That was a huge crossover event. Everyone was transported through Cloak.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, in the movie, it's super significant that Doctor Strange transports everyone. And I think that actually makes more sense because Cloak and Dagger haven't really been. They did a TV show on Hulu. It was really bad. But they haven't.
It was bad.
In the MCU. Yeah, it was. I thought it was bad.
I didn't know, bro. You let me know. People say, "Have you watched Cloak and Dagger?" I was like, "No," you know.
It was boring. It was kind of like one of those boring CW shows. Same as like Smallville and the other ones. Like,
Supergirl. No offense to that. Sometimes it just gets repetitive.
Supergirl is garbage. Like, you don't need to remind me that this lady is a woman and she's strong. Like, you just show her being strong. You don't have to tell me.
And the action be cheesy sometimes, bro. Like, it's just
super cheesy and it's try hard. Like,
yeah,
that's not what good female representation is. So, like, I digress, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you know who Cloak and Dagger is, Martin Lee as the villain, as Mr. Negative, is the embodiment of both of their powers in one person. So he can do basically everything that both of them can do as the Spider-Man villain, which is horrifying. So basically, he was the people who were kidnapped for this experiment were both Cloak, Dagger, and Martin Lee. All of them survived the experiment, and thanks to the drug, have a unique biology and all developed superpowers. Right? The drug also created two distinct identities. So not only is he using both of those powers, but he has basically multi-personality disorder or a split personality disorder.
Oh shit, that's a good villain.
He's a great villain. He's
the split personality, mafia boss, Asian American representation. Come on, fullness.
Yeah, and the kind-hearted Martin Lee persona and villainous Mr. Negative persona. The Mr. Negative side dedicated himself to becoming Chinatown's kingpin of crime, intending to erase the Magia from what they had done to him. So not only is he a villain, but he is trying to defeat other villains that experimented on him in the past.
Oh, he's trying to get them niggas, huh?
Yes, the official version of this comic series, and you guys can check this out, is a picture of Mr. Negative holding a dagger and Spider-Man's limp body in his left arm. Like,
well, damn, nigga, why he go that hard?
Yeah, he is a lot. And it's crazy because in the video game, right, when you play the Spider-Man video game, this man is a character that is a philanthropist and a crime lord. So your first interactions with him are usually really positive because this is a guy who works at like the same soup kitchen / shelter that Aunt May works at.
Damn, what duality, bro? Like, you don't. That's actually because, like, no offense, not to be fucked up. I feel like some people would have it that way. They could have it both ways. Like, fuck the system. I'm a manager or be a governor myself or a mayor or political figure while just helping out community. It's just like, damn, bro, that's actually that's actually a crazy duality because low key, sometimes not to be controversial. I know some people like, you know, their level of like, you know, being thugged out and stuff. That's my queen right there. I just seen Cynthia on the screen. You know, them being thugged out and help that's their version of activism because they're like, you know, counterculture to the system, but they're still helping out in their own way. So
yeah, unlike other characters who have used their philanthropy or second identity to make themselves look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Martin Lee's personality is actually as a philanthropist.
Mm.
You can't separate those two. Yes, he uses that personality to, do all the crime that he wants to do to cover it up. He definitely does that. You can't take that away from his character because of course that helps him. But he is a person who actually does, part of his personality actually does want to help the public. So he's actually doing that. The company that he does it through is called Feast. May Parker just works there, and that's how Peter Parker starts interacting with him in the first place because he's going to see his aunt. It's like his only family.
Real talk.
And of course, even after that, he enters into politics.
Oh shit! So Negative Man enters into politics.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he covered his bases. How old is he? Is he around our age?
He's like 30. Like he's a young man, but he's got enough resources to do things. So I don't remember what his actual age is, but I think of him more like around like 34.
Oh, never mind. That nigga a little old, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Like he a little older. He's not a young adult. He's an adult. You feel me?
Yeah. So he tries to get in the mayoral race against J. Jonah Jameson and loses to him directly.
Oh shit! Against who, Jameson?
Everyone else, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean like who Jameson?
The guy who's always like, we need those pictures of Spider-Man.
How is he running for office?
J. Jonah Jameson has an extreme amount of influence in the city.
That's crazy. I didn't know that shit.
Yes. So I could just life is short, so I'm gonna actually read some of these out. But
go ahead.
There's a lot of powers with this dude. Like this is somebody who they have to use exposition to explain the powers because they're so complicated and he has so many of them that he's not the type of person that you can just fight.
That's funny as shit, bro. That's like also Jujutsu Kaisen shit. You feel me? Like the powers have to be explained while you're fighting them, or someone has to give you a briefing, or that's your ass. You know?
Like if they were to do a movie where this is Spider-Man's main villain, they would have to give you exposition with him directly, and then Spider-Man would have to problem solve at the same time because his powers are that crazy.
That's wild as shit.
So, as a result of his exposure to the drug D-Light, Mr. Negative can generate and control Dark Force and Light Force energy, manifesting it into photographing negative of black and white electrical energy.
Holy shit.
He uses this unique form of Dark Force for a variety of purposes. So basically, like when you see it on screen, it's just like glowing white and black, and it's horrifying. Like actually in the video game, everything's shaking and your controller's shaking while you're fighting.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dog.
So here we go. Limited shapeshifting. He uses this energy to change from Martin Lee into Mr. Negative. His Mr. Negative persona possesses an undefined level of superhuman physical characteristics. Like due to the Dark Force and Light Force energy, Mr. Negative displayed superhuman strength, sending Spider-Man flying through two buildings with a single blow.
Nigga, what the hell?
Yeah. During his battle with the Hood, dodging bullets or cutting them in half with his sword. Like literally, he is cutting bullets in half.
Huh?
The Chinese equivalent to a katana.
That's insane.
Yes. Object empowerment. Mr. Negative's touch can imbue objects, most often his dagger and other blades, with Dark Force, making them stronger and more durable. So Mr. Negative is almost always seen as like a Yakuza type, triad type boss. So he's always wearing a suit, but he'll have Asian weapons with him at all time, like ancient Chinese weapons. So like, dude is like uber rich. So he'll just have an entire room full of weapons, and when he goes out as Mr. Negative, he'll just bring a nice, ornate weapon with him that he'll fight you with, which I think is.
That's pretty raw, bro. That's kind of raw, bro. Bro, he only need a little bit to get busy. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah, he only need a little bit to get busy. I like that.
So another power he has is person empowerment, healing touch. Mr. Negative's touch can imbue people with energy for various effects. Marley's touch has healing properties. He has cured Eddie Brock from cancer with that's venom, subsequent touch charged remnants of a Venom symbiote in Brock's body with the power to bond with Brock. So like this dude can like
He cured cancer.
your biological. Yeah, he cured Venom.
So he can really cure cancer if he wants to.
Yeah, like this dude can cure cancer directly.
Never mind, bro. I'm not gonna ask villains why they don't do that because this is like that one villain Spider-Man. He was like, yo, you a dinosaur, you're a radioactive scientist, you can do all this stuff, you can really cure cancer. He said, I don't want to cure cancer, I want to make people dinosaurs. You know?
Think about this. Mr. Negative's touch has brainwashing and corrupting properties. His touch can change people's personalities and temperaments and make them serve his interests.
Dog, that's actually like how is he OP? Who wrote this nigga, bro? Like, this is a lot. Mind control, curing diseases, like so it was that
similar to like Joker toxin or the scarecrow toxin, but it's very useful. A cool thing that in the Spider-Man video game too is like you're seeing people who are influenced by Mr. Negative, and they're always like glowing like white and black and stuff. And like he can empower people in every form of government. So he can literally just enslave any person in the government to work for his ends.
Wow.
Yes.
He could be a lot more powerful than he needs. Damn. Spider-Man has a big villain, bro. Spider-Man has some good villains, bro. That's why like his rogues gallery is pretty good, you know?
Hey, hold on. I think I see some more stuff that I wasn't seeing before.
Holy shit.
This is crazy. So, but like all of that together, right, is Dark Force, Light Force, superhuman strength and reflexes, healing touch, mind control, advanced technology, secret laboratories, reverse and regular appearance, charging melee weapons with energy. So yeah, he's goated. And I think that's one of the only villains I can think of that would make sense for Tom Holland Spider-Man to fight.
They're not gonna give him that drill, bro. They're not gonna make him that big, yeah.
Because like you cannot just fight that kind of character, and you also cannot have any loving family members around you.
You know what? That's great because he's not. I don't know offense. No offense to Tom Holland. He's not mature. They haven't matured his character. He's still very campy. Like this is for kids, like stuff like that. Like, and he's now just getting that. But it's like, bro, like Mr. Negative is like an adult level villain. You feel me? Like you face this shit when you're a really seasoned hero because it takes a lot of levels of stuff to fight this nigga. You know?
Yeah, I mean the premise of this movie is that Spider-Man, wants to have everyone forget that he's Spider-Man because it's ruining his life, but he forgot that he wants like the main family members too close to him and friends close to him to remember who he is and remember their experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't have it both ways. And if you do have it both ways, you need to tell this man, Doctor Strange, that that's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Before you start like a big spell like that. That's how the movie's supposed to start. And I think when it comes to like straight, Air Force energy, that Mr. Negative is has the hand. But this is a scary dude. Like I would not want to
yeah, bro.
Powers, I don't want to fight this dude.
Yeah, bro. That's the type of powers you don't want to scrap with them niggas. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah. Like what's funny is like Peter Parker Spider-Man isn't even as strong technically as Miles Morales Spider-Man when it comes to abilities.
Mm-hmm. Can't like Miles Morales use electricity?
Miles Morales. What's up?
How can he use electricity, Miles Morales?
Miles Morales Spider, really in short, is just a different type of spider than Miles.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot. That's a good short way, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Miles Morales' spider is from the Green Goblin. Again, there's like more than one origin story with this, but the Miles Morales spider is an improved version of the same spider that bit Peter.
Oh shit! Sounds improved. Shit, nice.
Yeah, like they went out of their way to improve that spider to match Spider-Man. So Miles Morales is by and way stronger than him because they did it on purpose.
Oh my god! But wasn't the accident how he got bit, or what? No.
It's like literally like the same concept. Like he was just somewhere, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, because his uncle was transporting the spider at the time.
That is something else, dog.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
No. I mean, I saw the movie. I just said it's been a minute. That was 3 years ago too. It's funny because Into the Spider-Verse came out the same time as like 2 months right after the or a month after, 2 months after Spider-Man for the PS4. So
yeah, it did. And that movie, is also goated.
yeah, everybody says the best of all time. So yeah.
Here's Miles Morales' powers. Let me see. Okay, so Miles Morales' spider powers are really interesting because they don't, like in the comics, they don't always incorporate them in everything. Because at the end of the day, he's still just Spider-Man, so they like kind of forget to throw in like some of his really cool powers. This Miles Morales Spider-Man video game that came out on PS5. We'll probably have a lot more because I still haven't played it yet. I've been like saving it for a rainy day.
Saving what? The Miles Morales joint?
Yeah, it ain't been rainy enough.
Niggas saying ain't been rainy enough. We ain't super quarantining again anytime soon because of America. So
But so of course he has the same powers that Spider-Man has. He got the super strength, he's got the web slinging, he's got the superhuman speed, superhuman reflexes, durability, spider sense, what have you. But the thing that makes Miles Morales different, of course, than Peter Parker is his camouflage ability, which basically makes him invisible, like some spiders do.
That's kind of cool as shit.
He has Venom Blast, right, which are technically poison.
That's I'm about to say that's literally poison, isn't it?
And then, but the other thing that he has that can't be confused is his energy blast, which is more of an electromagnetic shock than it.
I thought he had electric powers. You feel me?
Yeah, like it's not like real electric powers. It's more like a static shock type deal.
It's like an energy blast. It's in the form of electricity. One of those shits.
Yeah. It's more like he can just knock you out.
All right, cool. It can't like be conducting. He can't like absorb electricity and shit like that.
No, like he's not like Black Lightning or anything. Like he's he's shocking you more than knockout. So more than anything, he uses that for stealth. Like he'll just pop up behind you while he's already invisible, stealthing, and just knock somebody out. Like any henchman, or just touch him on like the neck or something, and they're just out.
Mm-hmm.
And to my knowledge, it doesn't run out.
Well, that's cool.
Like he doesn't have a cap for that. Like he just do it as long as he's like awake and like not tired or whatever.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, and also speaking of Miles, right? Because a lot of people compare these two characters a lot. I met somebody who was black the other day, who was also into nerdy geek culture that had not watched Static Shock, and it didn't sit right with me, beloved. I don't.
Wait, so you didn't like Static Shock?
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm saying that like I met a black person the other day that's into nerd culture and like likes the same things as me, who had never watched Static Shock.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
That's turned.
Like,
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Watch Static Shock. It's like the Kevin Hart joke. It's like, I've never seen you use regular gas.
Funny as shit, bro. Funny as shit, dude.
No, but seriously, like it's like growing up this way. Anybody from like the 25, even maybe the 24 to 30-year-old.
You seen Static Shock, bro? At least a couple episodes. Yeah. What's going on?
Like it was on the WB, so like of course a lot of our white counterparts have also seen it too. But
yeah.
A black man who has never seen Static Shock, like that around that age bracket, is confusing.
Bro. Before T'Challa, I got this one student. He watched Black Panther every night before he go to bed, bro. Can't believe it. That's actually really good. But no, we didn't have we didn't have him in media like this. We had Static Shock and then Jon Stewart on Justice League. Those are the only two niggas I saw on TV that looked like me and superheroes. You feel me?
Man,
But
the kids are so nowadays. My little brother got, Young Justice, and they got Icon on there. People don't even know who Icon is.
Bro, they got Aqualad who black, bro. It's like you got some real niggas, like they like niggas, and it's like I said, we only had a couple. So like, how did you not see Stat? I'm a little baffled, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Actually, do you know anything about Icon? I think we should.
No, who?
POC characters. I can do a synopsis on Icon right quick.
I mean, it's cool. Let me know. You didn't finish about. Oh, you finished about Negative Man, or
that was all the thing about Mr. Negative. I just think that Mr. Negative definitely should get some more spotlight when it comes to not only comics, but I just think this movie, because we don't know who the sixth character of the Sinister Six actually is.
It is not Vulture or Mysterio, or it might be. All right, let's count it.
Vulture, but like, why would they bring Vulture back? I don't care about Vulture.
Bro, Vulture is not that drill, bro, and it's just like, bro, Vulture. This nigga just flies. He's using stolen tech. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know we might have some fans that may disagree, but like, Vulture is not that pressure, bro. Like, bro, there's some villains who are destroying shit and being some real niggas, bro. Vulture is not, bro.
The theory is that it's going to be Hobgoblin, so you'll get James Franco's character as another goblin for the Sinister Six, which I actually think is super interesting. I think would be really cool.
I love James Franco. I love me some James Franco.
Yeah, because James Franco's motivations for fighting are totally different than his father's.
It is, bro. When Peter fucked his ass up, that was crazy.
Yeah, so like, right now, like the team we got the Lizard, we got Electro, and also for the black folk out there, we got Electro wearing the butters.
Yeah, he had the he got the Timbs on. You feel me? It was like, oh, you from New York, New York. You feel me?
Oh wow! I was like, hey, Static Shock is Jamie Foxx at the end of the day, and Jamie Foxx is not going to be a New York dude and not wear Timberlands. He's not. He got to wear Timberlands. And I don't know if Jamie Foxx is actually from New York. Of course, I don't really care about that. But like, how are you gonna be a New York black dude and don't have any Timberlands? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So for him to be, a supervillain wearing Timbs is unbeat. I'm gonna make 7 or 8 memes about this probably later on today.
It's funny as shit, bro. Somebody already made. I'm gonna share it, but yeah, but that's a good meme to make, bro. If you give him you Photoshop the fitted on his hat, that'd be crazy. You feel me?
Yes. So if any of you guys listening don't know, Milestone Comics Milestone Media is a comic book company made by black people and other people of color and a couple white guys in the 90s to make a comic series that was representative of us, truly.
Mm-hmm.
So Milestone Comics, we got Static Shock, we got Icon.
Oh, I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah, we got Hardware, we got Blue Marvel and Zombie and Parasite from this, right? And this comic book series was goated, right? Just because we got to see black issues in comics for like basically the first time where it wasn't written by a white guy. Like, Black Manta is the first black comic book villain, and Black Manta was not written by black people.
Yeah, you're correct.
Is a character, one of our first, black superhero characters, just like, Black Lightning. But they weren't written by black people. So Milestone Comics really changed the game in the 90s, where we finally got to get these black characters written by actual black people.
That's cool as shit, man.
They're the go for that, I guarantee. And of course, they got absorbed by DC almost directly after. But you cannot separate Static Shock from politics.
You couldn't, bro.
Separate Icon from politics. Icon is was literally a slave. Like,
Icon was a slave. Tell me more about Icon.
Yeah, so we're gonna read out his little origin story right here, and then I'll get into his powers because they are also complicated. So here we go. In 1839, an alien starliner malfunctioned and exploded, and a jettisoned life pod crashed in the middle of a cotton field in the American South. The pod automatically altered the appearance of its passenger named Arnest to mimic the first sentient life form who discovered him. That life form was a slave woman named Miriam, who saw the pod crash. And so it happened that Miriam found inside a baby boy with her mother's eyes. Which, wow, interesting. Right? Like, so like, this is very similar to the Superman origin story, but Superman was always white.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though they might not have had any race relations or any problems on, Krypton, Superman landed in the middle of
Kansas.
Kansas, as a white boy.
It's real shit.
Adopted him. If, for instance, in the same situation, had Arnis landed in Kansas,
wouldn't be the same reception, would it?
No, hold on. He would have been white also, but he would have looked exactly like Clark Kent's parents.
Okay.
Right, in that situation. But like, once again, if they hadn't had him do this, go through this transformation as soon as he landed, and he had just been a black person from another planet, do you think that the Kents would have adopted him in like the 40s? Me personally, I don't think so.
Not in the 40s, bro.
Maybe, fall in the river. But who do I know? I know but experience. Anyway, in the present, Arnis is still with us. He did not age visibly beyond adulthood to disguise this fact. He periodically assumed the identity of his own son. So much like the Eternals movie with the guy changing his identity to be his own son or grandchildren over and over again, this guy does not age, just like Martian Manhunter. So he had to keep changing, keep telling people that that was my grandfather, that wasn't me, and changing his identity. Okay. Still marooned, Augustus waits for Earth's technology to catch up with his life pods, secretly possessing superpowers that change his appearance. He also performed quiet acts of charity, but one night Augustus' house is broken into, and he uses his powers for the first time in decades as an action witnessed by Raquel Irving. So, interesting thing about Raquel. Raquel lives in Dakota, which is another DC milestone town that was created just for these characters, right? Dakota is known to be very similar to Gotham.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, whatchamacallit? That's why I love Dakota. Yeah. Oh no, what Static Shock really taught me a lot about Dakota, man, when I was coming up, and I need to see that,
Yes, Dakota is the first black female sidekick that I know of.
Oh, you talking about she's a person?
Yeah.
My bad. I'm thinking about the place. My bad, G.
Yeah, Raquel Irving is actually. Wow, I think she might be the first black sidekick I know of.
Oh shit.
Like, when I think about it, I don't think of any black sidekicks at all. I think Rocket might be the first black sidekick that was written down.
Shit.
That wasn't a direct copy of some other sidekick for representation. Like a Black Robin or something crap like that. And Raquel's character is really interesting too. Oh wow, I love that I know this. Okay, so she was born on Paris Island. And our Black History fact of the week is that Paris Island, which is where the Marines trained, right? As a former Marine or Marine vet, I was trained on Paris Island. Paris Island was first and foremost a slave plantation.
Oh shit.
Bought by the American government in I think the late 1800s, early 1900s. It was one of the first places that I know of that had sharecropping and had popped up sharecropping more than once. So it had slavery first, then immediately after slavery it was used for cotton and sharecropping. Right?
Holy shit!
And they were basically just using slavery for 20 years after the abolition of slavery on that island, and then they stopped sharecropping there for a little bit, and then they restarted it again at the late 1800s.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So our American military is always you could easily say this about anything on in the South or the East Coast, but literally all Marines from the East Coast, past the Mississippi east, are all trained on an old slave plantation.
Oh my god, that's shit.
Yeah, but that's how real this comic is.
Oh, it does get real into it.
Yeah, so She was born in the most gang-ridden neighborhood in Dakota. Her prospects seemed fairly bleak until a chance encounter with Augustus Freeman. That's what his real life name is.
Augustus Freeman. That's funny as hell. Funny as hell.
Let's see. Let's get into powers and abilities. So his power is unique physiology. So he's a alien called a Terminin, and basically just a little bit stronger, better genetic structure than humans. You know
the whole
deal,
spiel,
right?
Yeah.
So superhuman strength. Icon possesses vast strength due to the maximization of his DNA and alien heritage. He can lift over 100 tons effortlessly due to his human heritage. Superhuman speed, superhuman agility, superhuman reflexes, superhuman stamina, flight, enhanced senses, including vision, hearing, sense of smell, taste, touch, all of that. Aggressive invulnerability, accelerated healing factor, which is something that Superman actually doesn't have.
He doesn't actually. I like her spread on there.
Or they don't really chop it up with him. Because Superman doesn't really get hurt very often. And of course, he has a version of accelerated healing because he's not going to stay hurt. But his invulnerability is what normally gets him. If Superman is actually hurt, it's usually because of something that's like not easily solvable, like kryptonite. So his accelerating healing factor wouldn't really be, a part of that, right? Also, self-sustenance, which is something that I don't think Superman has. Icon can survive in harsh environments without air, food, or water.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, his bodily evacuations, like, peeing and pooping, aren't needed.
No, this nigga to live life, bro.
Yes, but, that's when all of his weird stuff starts starting, and the stuff that separates him from Superman, because Icon's supposed to be very similar to Superman, and they actually fought in comics, and they were at a stalemate. There's no time where Superman has gotten his behind beat by Icon, and there's no time where Icon has lost to Superman, by the way. So energy projection. Icon has built to generate and control radiant energy based on positrons. So he can make force fields, he can shoot bolts from his hand, what have you, including concussive force bolts, which is, he can kind of flick on like a light switch, right? Energy enhanced punches, so he can charge his hand to punch you.
Okay, shout out to the charge.
Yes. Also, this is something that's unique to Milestone Comics because of the Bang Babies and how Static Shock was made.
I love them.
Through technology, Icon can detect the presence of Bang Babies in whatever area he's in. So if you gain your powers through the Bang Baby phenomenon, he can detect exactly where you are at all times.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Bro, you know what's so crazy? I guess I was watching Static Shock. It's like, how many niggas there were that night when that shit happened? Like, it's so crazy. Like, why were there so many niggas? I remember it because it was like a gang thing, but it's like, if you do know, it's like, why was so many niggas in that spot that got that shit? I know it's for a plot, but
on purpose. Okay, so like the Bang Baby phenomenon is supposed to be synonymous with the crack and cocaine boom in the 80s.
Oh shit! Oh, that's kind of cool, bro. Damn, that's some good writing.
Mike, come on. Milestone is about that action.
Bro, that is hard, bro. That's some good shit. Wow.
Yeah. A lot of things that were done in Milestone Comics were very, very gritty, and I mean, it's what is it? Trigger warning for everybody out there, but there are large amounts of sexual assault and harassment, large amounts of endangering human life when it comes to kids and not taking care of kids. They were talking about everything that's gone on in every urban community with Black folk since, basically, our country's inception.
Good Lord, they really went into it.
Yeah, because think about this. Like back in the 90s, this is when a lot of comics got grittier, right? This is when, Batman was a lot darker, Superman, everybody was a lot darker, a lot more leather jackets, late 80s and stuff like that. But they really needed a comic book series that represented what Black people were going through and that weren't shown in these comics. Think about how many Black people have shown up in comics, to that day, and weren't properly represented. Like, once again, Black Panther, something that we love, by the way, was written by a white dude.
A white guy, man. The whole shit.
Yeah, and no matter how positive Black Panther is and how cool Black Panther actually is, this dude was not thinking like a brother anyway when he brought up these concepts. And he thought that, you know, the Black Panther situation that was happening was something that was cool, you know, something to write down. He didn't write, the Black Panther comics didn't write in all of the nuances of what the Black Panther organization actually even was.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, so Milestone Comics is something that should be heralded as a positive force in the community, and also they should just get all of the flowers, like, all the time.
Well, I'm glad you're giving them now, man. This is really beautiful.
Yeah, but a really interesting thing about Icon's character is that Icon is smart.
Shout out.
He's a smart Black man, and it always made me uncomfortable seeing Superman be what he is, but be stupid. Like, Superman isn't really smart. Like, I mean, he gets smarter over time, but like, he's not really a smart man. Icon is extremely intelligent, like high IQ all around. Isn't even from this world. His ship is what gives him a lot of his intelligence, because he has all of the records from his old world, and his ship is also a lab, so he can synthesize, you know, different things for diseases. He can make different equipment to fight with.
Oh shit!
Do all of these other things, right?
Sorry, I said shit, bro. I'm in the underground of Pokemon right now. Like, you can go in the underground. Bro, them niggas is strong, bro. They got a fucking Gastrodon down this bitch, bro.
Yes. Another weird thing about Icon is that he's a conservative Republican, right?
What?
But hold on. But the reason that he's a conservative Republican is actually that he's a conservative Democrat, because he was a Republican during the beginning of the country.
Bro, come on, dude.
Because he was a slave, remember? So like, he's a Republican in the way that, like, you know, Democrats were back in the day. Yeah, like, I think he's super strict, so it's not it makes sense that he's conservative, but no, he's a Democrat.
All right, bro.
Yes, Icon is a strong believer in the self-reliance philosophy of Booker T. Washington.
Oh God, that sounds like it's it.
It's a lot. Hold on, let me just real quick.
No problem, dude.
So Rocket actually is probably my favorite sidekick. Rocket, if you have a chance to look up Rocket, he has one of the coolest superhero costumes of all time. And he's also in the show Young Justice.
Oh, turn up. That sounds good.
Yes. So the way that Rocket got her powers, right, is remember that, like, Rocket isn't from the planet that he's from, right? But the technology at this planet that this planet has is enough that she is granted basically the same power set that he has through technology.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so she's given what's called an inertia belt, and which gives her wingless flight, kinetic energy pulses, right, and energy generation and control. So basically, she can fly, has a tiny bit of, like, you know, super strength, and can shoot these energy bolts from her hand and make force fields and shields out of it.
That sounds cool as shit.
Yeah, like, when it comes to sidekicks, she's very, very cool. She got the old short Whitney Houston cut from back in the day.
Oh shit, that's my joint. Now, why this Psyduck got fucking cross chop? Sorry, my nigga. Like, bro, these niggas are a little strong, boy. I tell you what, keep going, bro. There is no reason no thing should have no goddamn cross chop, bro. What the hell is going on? And it broke out the ball. Oh, this is crazy. Keep going, dog.
Basically, he, like, the only time he ever really used his powers to fight is when he is startled by Rocket, his sidekick. So she's the first person to find out that she has powers, and of course, as you know, a black girl in the hood, like she really would rather defend herself in these situations where there's lots of gun violence. So she's like, "Yo, let me hold some of the powers right quick.
Let me hold some of the powers. You're
Let me
funny as
hold
shit.
something." Yes, Raquel, even though she lives in the same like area that like Static Shock lives in, she was not granted powers.
Oh
So
wow.
imagine, being around all these like bang babies and like all these shooters all the time and not being able to like, do anything about it. That's basically how she started.
Oh, wow. That's cool, man. What lore, man? You put me on. I love comics, man. I mean, I love getting into it. I never really got into it, but that sounds really fucking cool. All this is really fucking cool.
Yeah, Rocket is very much, I think, one of my favorite characters in comics in general, and they don't do her that much justice when it comes to popularity, but they do her character justice with the actual writing. Like, she's written very well.
Nice. That sounds beautiful, actually.
Yeah, and think about this too. Like, because she's got these powers from this belt that she uses, like she fights in space all the time. Yeah.
And my boy, he's commenting on the thing. He says, man, he loves Rocka's character. And he said, yeah, that political stance make Icon less likable in the black community. So he knows about that stuff too, man. So looks like you got some fellow comic fans. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the political stance is kind of weird, right? Because like Icon grew up being a slave. So for his political stance to be like around there, and I know they've like changed it as of now. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's just like when Kanye West said that slavery was a choice. We had to.
Lord Jesus, that was the whole thing.
We had to put Kanye in a little time out for a second.
Right,
what's
bro.
Going on with his mental, I think a lot of people have put Kanye West in timeout.
But at the same time, holy shit, these niggas are bum rushing. Oh my god, bro, I'm getting jumped. This is lick a tongue. Bro, I've never been getting jumped like this before. I haven't getting jumped like this since the wild area, my nigga. So there's this Weasel and this lick a tongue, and they backed me into a corner, bro. This is insane.
I'm still doing the first gym.
It's okay, bro. This is fucking nuts, bro. They are really jumping me, bro. Like niggas can see it. Oh, you use rap too? Well, that's crazy. I'm going to get like a little. I'm going to build up my stats. But yeah, man. I didn't know about this. This is really cool stuff, man. I think the Bang Bay relating to the crackhead, that's really fucking cool. You feel me?
Yeah. Before we get back into other stuff, I want to add that Milestone Comics has really influenced a lot of artists specifically.
Really?
Yeah. So if you didn't know this, Static Shock is out now. Again, but they're rerunning it because it's been on hiatus for a really long time.
I saw it. Yeah, my boy. His name is New T Sage. He's a new emerging journalist and leader. You feel me?
Yeah.
Black journalist. Queer, great guy. You know. And he talks about like it a lot and everything. Those new pictures look fucking phenomenal. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, so the guy who runs this comic and who is in charge of like basically everything when it comes to Static right now is a man from New York. I think he's Nigerian. Doesn't matter. Black dude. His name is Nicholas Draper-Rivers. This man's artwork is unmatched.
It's unmatched, bro.
Like he is just so good. Like when I say good, I mean like I never imagined that Static would be done justice like this.
That's beautiful, bro. I'm here. It's really tight.
Yeah, because it's not just good. It's ridiculously good.
It's ridiculous good. Damn, bro. You put me on.
Yeah. Like we got black men who are now in charge of the storyboard writing in the new X-Men cartoon show that's coming out.
Oh.
Like they're doing a new X-Men comic series cartoon show and it's exactly like 1997's comic series, so the art style will stay exactly the same, the music will stay exactly the same, and they're just going to continue that X-Men that we enjoyed from our past. Like,
that's my shit, G.
Yeah, so it's about to be crazy. But we're finally doing that anime podcast we've been talking about for a year and a half.
What do you say?
I said we're finally doing that anime podcast we've been talking about for a year.
Oh no, I was just, I'll be casual with it, man. I'll be, so many entrepreneurial endeavors. I don't want to like jazz and everything, but I'm glad we are. And then, this is like, a nice little version of it and everything. Like, like,
the same thing.
Yeah, man, it's really cool. Like, damn, this motherfucker is hitting me, boy. Bro, they got Disable and Rap and all this shit, dude. I ain't never. I feel like that quote, like that meme's like, I ain't never, ever. Bro, these niggas is strong, my guy.
For y'all listening, me and Mike like to have every couple of weeks like to have a nice anime conversation to see where each other's at with our My Hero Academia lore.
Yeah, man. This is fucking crazy. So what, you still at your first gym?
Yeah, I'm still at the first gym, but like I trained out my Pokemon so much so now that like I'm not really like I'm talking to you, but like you know how it goes when you're like level 15 and everybody else is like level like 8 and 9. Like I'm not even doing anything right now. I'm about to finish this.
I feel you, bro.
More, I think.
All right, cool. I will whoop that ass. This bitch keep using hammer arm. Stop hitting me. I know that's the whole point of Pokemon. This motherfucker's smacking me, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Like I'm about to throw I'm trying to throw Pokeballs because I got 100 of these bitches. You feel me? They gave me 100 Pokeballs and won't give me nothing else for the bro, I can't believe this shit.
I can't believe this guy got a Granados. Like I haven't seen this Granados. I don't know where to get one of these. Like I hate when you go up against a gym leader and he got a Pokemon and like you don't even know where to get that joint from. Like you've been looking. Like, I don't know, it makes you just irate. Yeah, I actually think after I finish this, if they don't like add on any weird DLC with this, which I don't think they are.
I think they is. I don't think weird. I think, bro, they're gonna add the Darkrai event, G. Like, bro, like they're gonna add the Arceus. And also, bro, I don't know if you remember, like the creator said he was about to add in the Arceus event, like with the Azor flute and shit, but he said it was too complicated, so he scrapped it, even though the data is still there for it. You feel me?
I mean, like, think about this. As soon as we get tired of this game, we got Arceus coming out, like, what, in January?
Yeah, my nigga, yeah.
Yeah, we got, and I'm going to be on stream with Arceus. That's going to be a really interesting game. We got Breath of the Wild Pokemon. Like, what's up?
All right,
what are your feelings on that, by the way? I haven't heard your feelings on that game.
Oh, which one? The Arceus joint?
Yeah, like, I'm sure you've seen enough information. Like, what's going on in your mind with that?
No problem. Let me go to the bathroom first. I'll be drinking more. I'm trying to stay hydrated and shit. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Oh, shit. Oh, busted something, bro. My bad. Shit. I'm glad I'm good now. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I ain't die. Had a little tumble, y'all.